Hi. Today there are several people who are facing the Zeigarnik effect in continuous work life stress that they are facing. The Zeigarnik effect is a phenomena where people tend to recall all the unfinished tasks that they have during the day and they feel more stressed about that. And you know what? I'm going to give you the 6 steps on how you can handle this Zeigarnik effect that people are facing. I know, of course, you might be one of them who might be facing such kind of an issue. And I'm going to give you a quick 6 simple step that you can that can actually help you in overcoming the Zeigarnik effect, and you can live a stress free and a mentally healthy life. Okay, so the first step is you need to have a plan for your day. Start with small simple steps on what are you going to accomplish during that particular day. That's step number one. Step number two, you need to definitely you need to prioritize your day, meaning like you need to know which is the high priority task, which is the low priority task that you need to do during the day. Otherwise you are going to definitely miss out on the important task, and that's going to give you the Zeigarnik effect. And that brings me to the third point, which means when you have the list of things that you wanted to accomplish during the day, you need to be ready to go ahead and take the step, move forward, get into action on completing that big frog that is actually being the blocker for the day, meaning the most important task that you need to accomplish for that day. Because you know what, something which is less important is not going to give so much of stress. And as you know, the quote, stress comes only when you don't do any kind of action. When you are not doing any kind of action, that's when you start creating more stress on yourself. So you need to take your step, put on your feet, and do that particular stuff that you need to do for that particular day, particularly the big thing that you need to accomplish for that particular day. Okay. And the fourth step is you can start doing this. I know this is going to be a boring stuff when you start doing things, and you need some kind of a motivation for doing that. And in order for you to get motivated about the stuff that you need to do, you can use cliffhangers, meaning like small sticky pads or cliffhangers that you can use within your house or place where you hang out more. So you write down all the important tasks that you need to accomplish for the day and stick it around so that you start looking at it and you feel like, yes, of course, these are the things that I need to complete for this particular day or week or month, so that you are getting focused towards it subconsciously. All right. And that brings to the next point, which means, of course, sticking is not enough. So when you have to go in that particular action mode, you have the motivation, but of course it's I know some task is definitely going to be a boredom thing, and you wanted to overcome or kill that boredom and kick off your task. For doing that, you need to start enjoying the thing that you have to do. So how can you do that? You can actually go ahead and chunk your day. Like I generally work in a 2 hours chunk or a 90 minutes chunk. You can start doing something of that task and start finishing the task that you need to complete for that particular day, which means you will be able to work in a 2 hours chunk, and you know exactly, yes, today there is a 2 hours chunk of three, so I will complete three most important tasks. So end of the day, you might not feel much stress than not doing something, right? So that's the thing. And just one more minute. And the next thing is definitely point number 5 is you need to have a to-do list every day. At the end of the day, prepare a to-do list for the next day. That's how you're going to save yourself. That's going to help you, more kind of a map on where you need to go. And the last and final thing, you know what, some people might not be doing the things that they wanted to be doing for that, for doing something, which means that they wanted to avoid that particular work or a task because of fear of someone judging them or evaluating them on that particular thing that they wanted to do. So if that is the thing, please understand that, have this in your mind, that nobody is going to judge you for what you're doing. When avoid thinking about others, You don't need to be bothered about somebody else thinking about what you're doing or how you're doing. Of course, the first or second time you might feel like little hesitation. I would say just throw that chunk of mindset away and start working towards whatever that you wanted to do in your life. Might be towards your goal or towards your job or whatever that you wanted to do. Stop thinking about how others are going to think about you. So that's the only way you can actually get out of this Zeigarnik effect, and you are definitely going to live a stress-free life. And I hope you found this video useful. Please subscribe and share this video below. Thank you, and I will meet you in the next video.